Hello, today is September the 9th, 2018, Sunday. What I'm going to talk about, I come across something several months back, and I can see different things. I'm empathic, basically, psychic. I was at a hospital, a couple different hospitals with a relative, and I had to spend a couple of weeks with them at a hospital, and I come across some entities. Now I'm going to call them. I look at everything. Everything is either extraterrestrial, interdimensional beings. Is why I look at it. Some people believe in demons. Some people believe in angels. Nothing wrong with that. Depends on your perspective of how you're looking at it. To me, I look at it more scientific kind of way. And when I'm looking at this is what I see from my perspective. And at this hospital, I actually seen some small little orbs. And these orbs were not like orbs like what I talk about that I come in contact with. The orbs I'm talking about, I'll describe them as orbs, but they look like what am I looking to say? Like smoke. Now, I've seen these in several different people's like rooms or down the hallways and stuff going back and forth. I actually seen them go through some people. I actually even had one even pass through me. But I didn't feel I've had other entities like a ghost, like what somebody would consider a ghost, pass through me. It can feel hot, it can feel cold. This was not that. And they didn't seem to be actually feeding. It seems like that's, on all these interdimensional beings and stuff. A lot of them want to feed off the energy. Maybe some of them, that's the only way they can survive, even. But this did not seem like that. To me, and this went on for a couple of weeks. I actually seen one even go down the hallway one night. Door was open, and it looked almost, it was probably like about 4.5 feet long, almost like a snake, but it was all smoke. Like I said, some of them were like in ball, like an orb, kind of like, but they were smoke. So I thought, well, maybe it was something, I don't think dark and white. I consider myself white light. That's the way I look at myself in a sense. I look at myself, from the source energy, the light itself. I don't consider black any different than the white unless it tries to do harm. So, you can come across, you got our perspective from the West here. If you think of black, you think, if the West, the good guy in white, the bad guy in black. That's not the case. You have to go way beyond that. But on this here, I didn't see, to me, they were actually looked like they were trying to help the people, trying to make them better. I never really gave it much thought. Like I say, I seen them there in the hospital. They could have been maybe lost, spirits. People had died, but there was a lot of them, and I don't think it was just, there'd been a lot of people die there. I don't think that was the case. It seemed like they were trying to help the people, but they were not white. They were dark, and they were like smoke. Well, it was probably, I don't know, a few weeks back. I was out walking at night, and I come across another, I would say like an extraterrestrial being or interdimensional being that this one had the capability to speak. And it didn't sound like it was trying to do harm to anyone. it actually, I think, was more startled by me than me being startled by it in a way, because I really didn't think much about it. I mean, like I said, I've seen a lot of different things, and it asked me if I was going to hurt it or anything. It was like, I just kind of shook my head at it. It was like, I thought, why are you even asking that? I'm not doing it. I'm just walking along here. Well, what was really neat in a way by this extraterrestrial being or interdimensional being was that it was actually swimming like through the ground. It was actually kind of like, and it was going through the ground, just like the only way I could describe it would be a dolphin. A dolphin, I've seen them out in the ocean. A dolphin jumping up in the ocean and back into the water, and it was having a good time. And I mean, it was really something, like I say, to come in contact with this other being. Well, later on, I got reading. I mean, it went its way, I went mine. We didn't have no problem. I mean, spoke. And later on, I come across the deal. I was doing some research. Now, I've come across lots of different things, and I've looked at a lot of different other psychics and a lot of different things that's been, out there and stuff. It's been said and stuff. And, they've talked about in witchcraft and the other bunch, the Jinn. And I mean, this goes, I guess what I understand is more like what they consider like a demon. I don't believe this was, if these are demons, I have a hard time because these things to me look like they were trying to help the people in the hospital. And I don't believe that's the case. Hold on just a second, guys. I'm back, guys. I think I was getting ready to say, I think this even has to do with like King Solomon and about the Jinn and how he's supposed. I think they. Anyway, I think it had to do with a ring that they used that supposedly entrapped them. Now, I don't. This being that I spoke to me was intelligent. I mean, just like me or you or anybody else. It, and I can imagine it, if we did entrap them, I can understand there's other problems there, because I mean, they should have never been. I mean, to me, they don't look like they're trying to do harm or anything. But getting back to what I was saying is, a way it could go in and out of the ground. It actually was just kind of, doing its thing, kind of singing along, humming along, and it was just going in and out of the ground just like a dolphin, which I found very unique. But later on, like I said, I got reading about this, and I did not read anything good about the Jinn. I found it said the Jinn loved to swim in the ocean. And to me, I think that's what this was, but it wasn't needing to swim in the ocean. It was swimming through the ground, which was kind of cool in a way. But like I say, I consider it not like that. I think the name, some of the things need to be updated. Definitely need to be updated on some of this stuff. But I think they were trying to help the people. I really do. And I did not see them. Over the 2 weeks I was there, I did not see anybody die that these were around. Now, I also did some, like I said, research. I tried to do as much as I could on it. Supposedly the Jinn, supposedly the demons, what they called the demons and stuff, fed on the humans of a rotten flesh. Now, not like if you died and you were laying there, they wouldn't eat you, supposedly, or feed off of you, your energy that way. Supposedly, I mean, it'd be more like if you were in the coffin laying there, and your flesh was rotten off, is what I understood. So there would have been no reason for them to be there in the first place unless they were trying to do some kind of good, it looked like to me. Now, I'm sure there could be a lot of speculation. I mean, they could say, people maybe made a deal with them or something. I mean, I guess anything's possible, but I don't really think that was the case here. I think they're another dimensional being, but they actually they can speak. I mean, they can actually speak and talk just like us. Another interesting little tidbit here I come across. The last several weeks, I've been looking at a lot of different beings and kind of taking it all in a little bit more, making some new friends too. Anyway, guys, have a good one.